All right, guys, thank you for joining me today. As per usual. So this morning was a pretty busy morning. So we're going to touch on a couple things today. Again, not long. We're going to make this about 20 minutes, half hour. Go over certain things that we missed, certain things that are going on. I have a bonus video coming out later today. I found something on the internet and I was like, what the hell? Like, anyway, I couldn't believe what the hell I was seeing. Amanda, Cherokee, Flown Grown, thank you for the 5x5. Appreciate it. Rev Rebel, Miss Melody, thank you for the 5x5. But, yeah, man, I think, like we've all said, this is going to be one hell of a year. It's going to be one hell of a next few years. I think we're in for it for the next couple of years. I don't see us. I don't see things getting a lot easier soon. So, guys, today's news. We're gonna talk about the Maui incident a little later, but we're gonna talk about things that you might have missed. For example, I know a lot of people don't care, but Alec Baldwin, Glock, thank you for the 5x5. Carolina, thank you for the 7x7. Murder, Murder Hornets in Savannah, Georgia, 2023. Probably. So Alec Baldwin could be charged again in the Rush shooting after analysis finds trigger was pulled. So Alec Baldwin could be charged again in a fatal shooting of Rust cinematographer Helena, right? If I said that right, Hutchinson. After a bombshell new gun analysis concluded that the trigger was pulled despite the actor's repeated denials. I don't know how they would have found out he pulled it, but all right. Experts in ballistic and forensic testing in Arizona and New Mexico on Tuesday released a report examining the Colt 45 revolver used on the set, markings it left on a spent cartridge. Analysis found that the trigger had to have been either pulled or depressed. Although Alec Baldwin repeatedly denied pulling the trigger, given the test findings and observations reported here, the trigger had to be pulled or depressed sufficiently to release the fully cocked and or retracted hammer of the evident revolver. This is a finding that came out, I think that was this morning rather, sorry. So the fatal incident was a coincidence of the hammer being manually retracted to its fully rearward. I never heard of that. Rearward and cocked position followed. At some point, by the pull or rearward depression of the trigger, the experts continue. So anyway, Alec Baldwin's going to be charged. He's going to go to jail for a very, very long time. He's going to get raped in the whole 9 yards. So there you go. Say goodbye to him. So, moving right along, I'm going to start going over some of these articles. Guys, we know what caused them. So let's not scream it off the top of our heads. But Olympic swimmer dies suddenly at the age of 43. Earlier this week, I mentioned it last night, a basketball player, 18 or 17 years old, an Alabama number one pick, died suddenly as well. A lot of these people are, as we know, guys, keeling over out of the blue. Right, so this Olympic swimmer, no warning signs, no anything, guys. Just not here anymore. Right, so we all know what it is, and we definitely need to start making more people aware of this. But anyway, another side story that I wanted to talk about, which I found interesting. Let me see if I can find it, because I saw it and then I let it go. Huh, That's interesting. Not going to talk about that. There's an article I want to talk about when I do the the Angry Truth Adult Hour. So that's going to be probably about like a half hour, or no, it's going to be 1 hour. Sorry. It'll be 1 hour long, like at midnight. Not a lot of people up, but people get to catch it on the reruns. So this interesting story that I so it was the whole Blindside story. Again, for those that are new to this, we talk about things that we missed in the news. Stupid shit that doesn't matter, but nonetheless could be fun to talk about. So the whole Blindside thing. Apparently, that family never adopted the football player. What the hell was his name? Looking for his name, but anyway, the big black dude in the movie. So, unfortunately, guys, they never adopted the kid. They requested conservatorship from him. He didn't know that. He thought that they were adopting him. Michael Orr. Oof, can't believe I forgot his name. Michael Orr. They thought he thought they were adopting him. He signed paperwork, and he signed paperwork for conservatorship. He didn't know that. So this family looks like that they swindled him. And it's funny because when I saw the lady in person, in real life, not real life, but like on TV a few years back, I was like, these people, there was something off about him. I couldn't put my finger on it, but there was something off about him. Come to find out, it's all coming out now. And of course, somehow Sandra Bullock is being dragged into this, obviously because she played the main character of the movie. But it's weird, man. You never know with people. Like, again, this guy, Michael Orr, thought that this family was looking out for him for his better interest. Meanwhile, they were making the movie deal. They got money for the movie, and they never gave him a dime. And now he's asking for the money. And he doesn't need the money. I think he's asking for it just to stick it to them. But he just found out this year that he wasn't adopted by them, and it was for conservatorship. So they lied to him all these years, and now it's coming out. And of course, now the movie Blindside is starting to make its way back up in the movie rankings because of this case. So every time something happens, you go to like the Google ranking or Apple ranking, you'll see movies start popping up again. But anyway, guys, to start with the article real quick, the family who took in former NFL star Michael Orr inspired the Oscar-nominated movie Blindside is under fire over newly surfaced clips of their appearance on a reality TV show Below Deck, which critics say raises massive red flags. Sean and Leanne Tuhi appeared in a Bravo series which followed the lives of crew on a luxury yacht in 2017. So for those that don't know what Below the Deck is, Below the Deck is a show where they follow the crew, and it goes through the entire process of what the crew goes through for each ride they take. And the people on the show, they're also, obviously, they're showcased in the show. The passengers, if you will, they're showcased in the show as well, and they were on this show. So a clip from the episode was dug up and shared on TikTok by People magazine reporter Abigail Adams, showing Sean describing how he negotiated with Steven Spielberg and Harvey Weinstein for the rights of their story and got the script approved. So with the whole Blindside drama going on right now, I'm the only person that can't stop thinking about the episode from Below Deck. This is what Abigail Adams was saying, because she remembered them. Clearly, it looks like they used this guy to make money, and of course, it's, whatever. It's bullshit. And he's taking him to court, so hopefully he wins, but we shall see where that goes. Now, let's dive into the Maui mess. But again, guys, the bonus video is in regards to this whole Maui garbage. And when I mean garbage, I'm talking about the insanity that's going on with not getting enough help. This is like the worst natural disaster, one of the worst natural disasters in the United States, and they're not receiving help, and they're not receiving it in a timely fashion. Anyway, of course, you guys told me about the $700 per household that the Biden administration was giving out. He was getting his balls broken behind it. So that's a good thing. So Biden is going to visit Maui next week. A good president would have been there the day after it went down. Liazell said it's difficult to get out of conservatorship. Is it? No, but I think Sandra Bullock feels bad about that whole incident now. I'm thinking about it. Imagine you're doing a movie that you believed in because you thought that these people were doing the right thing, and it finds out that they were scam artists, right? So anyway, death toll now is at 106. President Biden is taking time out of his busy schedule of eating ice cream from the Western break Monday to visit Maui as the known death toll reaches 106. That's the deadliest U.S. wildfire in more than 100 years. After the commander-in-chief took intense criticism this week for appearing detached following the natural disaster. Of course he's detached. He's fucking old. He's thinking about his next ice cream meal. Anyway, August 21st, it'll be the visit of the 80-year-old. When you say it out loud, it sounds fucking weird. Will be a visit by the 80-year-old will come in the midst of a previous planned week-long vacation to Lake Tahoe. So he was supposed to go to Lake Tahoe, but instead he's going to take time out of his busy schedule to visit the poor people of Maui and to do what? Walk around, point at shit, and tell them, all right, guys, I'm going to give you money. It's a dog and pony show, man. The president on Tuesday broke his silence about the staggering death toll at an economic-focused speech in Milwaukee. Milwaukee. Both at one point appeared to forget the name of Maui and refer to it as the one where you see on television all the time. That's our boy. Never lets us down, Mr. Biden. Anyway, I apologize because I tried very hard to keep my speeches between 15 to 18 minutes long because that's all he's given to talk. But I got to talk a little more about Hawaii, Biden said. 2 days earlier, Biden had replied no comment when asked his reaction on the tragedy. Again, imagine that, President of the United States. What do you think about what's going on in Maui? No comment. Fuck those people. That's the translation. That's the AP translation anyway. So guys, he's going to do the Dog and Pony Show August 21st. He's going to go down there. He's going to point at shit. They're going to point at shit for him. They're going to walk around holding his hand, making sure he doesn't fucking walk away and start, looking for ice cream in somebody's refrigerator in a burnt out home. Who knows, man? But he's definitely going to get screwed. So now, this story I've been following for a little bit. I thought this story was very interesting when it happened. I thought Crow said Below Deck is pornographic. Below Deck is getting pornographic now. Yes, they're off the deep end. But let me get into this story before I go back to that. Ohio teen murdered boyfriend friend by deliberately crashing car at 100 miles an hour. When I heard about it, I was like, did she really do it? They said literally hell on wheels. 100 miles an hour. Her boyfriend and her friend died, and this 19-year-old is doing life in prison. Life. From 19. I'm telling you right now, she doesn't look like the kind of girl that's going to hold up very much longer. But anyway, guys, as an Ohio teen faces life in prison after being convicted for murdering her boyfriend and his friend by deliberately driving her car into a brick wall at 100 miles an hour, that's hard to miss. That's hard to miss the fact that she drove into a brick wall. Judge calling her literally hells on wheels. Mackenzie Sharilla, 19, sobbed in court as she was found guilty on 4 counts of murder July 2020 second crash. That was last year, killing her boyfriend Dominic Russo, 20, and a fellow friend Devon Flanagan, apparently Irish, 19. This is not reckless driving. This was murder. This was what the judge said. She had a mission. She executed it with precision, the judge also said. She was just 17 at the time, so she was going to turn 18 that year, and she wound up turning 19 this year. Yeah. So she's, again, life in prison, guys. And the photos and the videos of her reacting to her sobbing and crying, she realized what she did. Now, life in prison, I've known people who've done a little more than that and didn't get life in prison. I'm not saying she doesn't deserve it. I'm just saying that, so it's weird how the justice system works. Anyway, Sharilla Mackenzie of Strongville was found guilty on 4 counts of felony assault, 2 counts of aggravated vehicular homicide. She was found guilty on all charges. Her conviction carries an automatic sentence of life in prison with no opportunity of parole for 15 years. So she's going to be 35 by the time she gets out. By the time she goes up for parole, she'll already be invested in the. She'll already be invested. She'll already be in prison too long for her to make a difference. For her to make the difference to get out. I mean, sorry. She's definitely up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. Anyway, hold on. A couple more minutes. So yeah, guys, a lot of bullshit that we're missing, and not a lot of bull. I mean, it is bullshit. The stuff I'm talking about is bullshit, with the exception of people suddenly dying. That in itself, guys, it more and more people are waking up. More and more people are waking up very, very slowly. You had the Game of Thrones actor, right, dead at 36 after a health battle. We wonder what the health battle was. Magoo from, what was that, the Timbaland and Magoo rap group? He's dead at 50. He worked with Timbaland and Missy Elliott. He's fairly young. He's also passed away. Let's see when he passed away. Oh, just the other day, 2 days ago, he died. No shit. Well, anyway, he passed away as well recently. And again, guys, so many people passing away suddenly. No warning signs, no anything. And if you make the argument that it was the arm ticket, well, people fucking laugh at you and tell you you're stupid, crazy, and all sort of bullshit. What you call it? I thought someone said my... Yeah, guys, so, obviously, what are we going to do? What are anyone going to do about this? Nothing. Nothing's going to be fucking done. Everybody's going to avoid the fact that it's this causing it. Us, we know what's causing it. Doctors out there know what's causing it. The rest of the world wants to keep their fucking blinders on. And they want to go through life not knowing, or rather they might know, but they're too scared to really know. They might know, shit, it could be the vaccine. But no, it can't be, because I took it too and I'm not dead. And that's the excuse that they're going to run with. They're going to run with the whole, well, if I took it and I'm still here, yeah, it's not saying it's killing everyone off, but it's killing a large majority of people. But, yeah, I didn't know that Magoo died. I didn't even know he was 50 years old. So he's only 4 years older than me. 6 years older than me. No, wait. 4 years older than me. Sorry. So, guys, we're like I said before, I'll say it again. We are going to see multiple, or rather, way more people start passing away within the next 2 years. It's going to, and this is a prediction, not a guarantee, not a promise. Prediction is that we're going to see so many people passing away. They're finally going to tell people what it is, and they're going to come out with something to try to combat that. Absolutely. I think that we're going to see more and more people. We're going to see this number start shooting up soon, especially for those who are going to take the RSV arm ticket. They're pushing that really, really hard now. They're pushing that really, really hard for this fall, this winter coming up. And we're definitely going to see more people keeling over after that. So I hope for those of you that are still pureblood, you stay that way. And I know a lot of you are. I mean, listen, if you haven't taken it now, you're not going to take it. But don't let the threat of a job or anything like that force you to take some shit that's ultimately going to end up having you not have a job anymore when you're laying in a coffin, if that makes sense. But anyway, guys, with that, I'm going to go off the air now. I got a bunch of shit to do today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following me. We'll be doing this again next week, Wednesday. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the doubleheader. All right, guys? Other than that, thank you for watching.